An existential crisis and a 2D platform? Oh, sign me up. That's exactly what Journey of the Broken Circle brings to the table. It's in a similar vein, very similar in fact, to Thomas Was Alone, so if you liked little geometric shapes having some kind of personal crises whilst you platform around, and you enjoyed that, you'll likely enjoy Journey of the Broken Circle too. This features a circle that's got a slice missing, and it's essentially saying, I'm missing something that makes me whole, and the circle continues to roll and roll and roll, hoping that they can find something or someone that can fill that void that makes them whole again. It's told in a kind of slightly on the nose but knowingly wink wink on the nose some of the times, because what happens is that as you roll through all of these different levels doing some initially quite basic platforming actions, different shapes will try and like fit in that little like slice of pie that's missing. And so one of them will like make you bounce, one of them will make you stick to walls, one of them in one of the bonus levels is a giant mushroom that then takes the absolute mick out of getting over it with Ben Foddy. Oh, that bonus level made me cry, and I've still not finished it properly. In fact, I abandoned that. It's the only like frustrating part of this entire game. But each kind of couple of levels you get a new shape to then go on a journey with, but each one kind of a little bit like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Each one's porridge or each one's like outlook on life doesn't quite align with Circle. And so someone's going too fast, someone just wants to stay still, someone wants to like bounce around or go so high that they can't like touch the ground, and Circle's like exhausted or dragging someone along or getting angry with someone. And it's about learning that actually you need to find something or someone that goes along at your own pace, shares your values, your outlook in life, and kind of be okay with some compromise at the same time. I think it's really well told, and thankfully the platforming holds up to the storytelling as well. It's very simplistic in terms of the way how it looks on the screen, but ultimately each of the different areas and couple of levels has different mechanics to the platforming because of the shape that you've joined up with. So being able to kind of wall hop and stick to walls covers up the first couple of levels. Then you've got someone who just wants to go really, really fast and drag Circle around, and they almost turn into like downhill sled levels in a way. There's quite a lot of ducking and diving for an underwater cave section, and there's even some chase sequences where you face your own inner demons that come out at you like a big black cloud of depression, determined to swallow you up whole into the void. I thoroughly enjoyed myself throughout the whole experience. There's lots of mushrooms that you collect as little additional kind of side projects as you go along. They're not too far hidden off the beaten track, but I did miss a couple during my first playthrough. And I just found the game to be wholesome, enjoyable, but never too tricky to the point where you're like raging over a platforming element of it. A couple of deaths would see you dive back to a previous checkpoint, but nothing too strenuous or onerous. You're here really for the wholesome story and to take away those lessons that Circle has learned. Aside from that, there are a couple of bonus levels. One of them is absolutely hilarious and fantastic because it's all of your shapes that you meet along the way all getting together so that you become like a mega circle. And you can go off and do all kinds of weird things like bouncing around from wall to wall and floating off into the clouds. But as I mentioned earlier, there's also like a bonus level which is called the bad trip, and it's where you've eaten too many mushrooms and then you're having a psychedelic trip, and it's trying to use like a mushroom hanging out of your mouth as a like rock pick to try and anchor onto something to get yourself up those rocks. That level, I know it says even in the actual notes of the game itself, it's a tribute to Ben Foddy, but my god, I wanted to scream throughout that entire experience because it was just frustrating. Some of you might enjoy it. I personally got frustrated and left that part, just focused on the fact that the rest of the game is wholesome and awesome. So yeah, if you like your 2D platformers with geometric shapes having existential crises, my god, I'm having a speech impediment crisis there for a second. I think you'll have a good time with Journey of the Broken Circle. Thoroughly enjoyable, cheap as chips. Go grab. Written review will be over on highplanegames.com. Take care. Higher Plane Games is part of the Higher Plane Network, a completely independent media outlet supported by people like you. The goal is to create the best possible content that cultivates a richer indie scene for games as well as music and entertainment. To find out more and to get involved, visit patreon.com/Higher Plane Network. Your support makes all the difference, and in return you'll gain access to bonus content and downloads. Thank you for watching.